would you like a first song from us?
Why not?
Well,
Well, that's a jolly good idea.
That's an excellent idea. Would you like to introduce this one?
Shall we be doing civil service first?
Yes, why not?
Well, I'll tell you a bit about it first and then explain everything afterwards. I think that might be a good way round to do it. But in an oblique way, this is very much a song about my own musical education. So that'll do to be going on with, I think.
Okay, but it's a really good story, so promise to tell it after.
Oh, I'm going to tell you the story afterwards.
It's such a good story.
It will be coming.
This song is called Civil Service.
Chekhov's double bass doing fine work here.
Treasure, won't you listen? I ask you, what's that sound? Phyllis, you left us all a burden so light. Now what's the meaning? You tell me.
you very much.
That were grand.
Thank you.
Thank
So-
you indeed. Grand.
So go on, tell us the story then.
Well, the first question you might ask is who is Phyllis?
Well, it was
To which the
flitting
answer
through my
is-
head.
It was flitting through, yeah, well, Phyllis was actually Phyllis Stewart, who was a co-worker of my dad's. He worked at he was a civil servant. They were both civil servants. They worked in the post office telecommunications department.
Mm-hmm.
And she also sang in a gospel group called the Singing Stewarts, who did very well at one point. They were picked up by Charles Parker of Radio Ballads fame, and did stuff on the BBC and so on. So in her spare time, Phyllis was getting up to all kinds of stuff. And one tea break, she happened to mention blue beat. And my dad said, what is this blue beat music of which you speak? And her answer to this was to come in the next day with a bag full of singles, which he brought home. And it changed my life.
Yeah.
I have to say, this was music, the likes of which I'd never heard before. I'd never heard anything like it. Which you hear people say that a lot about new music. But, I have heard something like it now, but it's still.
Can't say I've heard much blue beat. I wouldn't go, oh, that's blue beat, if I heard it.
Well, blue beat was actually a label, a record label, but it came to be used as the term for music coming out of Jamaica at that time, because that was how it was reaching these shores. It's a very interesting label. I only found this out recently, but the guy who set it up didn't even distribute these records through the music industry. He used vegetable distributors. So he knew he could get to his target audience if the people who were selling yams or whatever would get these records to the right place.
Clever. Yeah. So is this proto reggae or just straightforward reggae or something else?
Well, it covered the whole range of the history, really. Starting off with ska and working through rocksteady to reggae.
Yeah. It's like
But, as I say,
so akin to the way two-tone became a genre.
Yes, I guess so, in a way. Similar, yes. The way a label comes to kind of be shorthand.
Oh, yeah. And you're from Birmingham, yeah?
From Birmingham, indeed, yeah. So that song is on our album, which is filled with stories of our childhoods in Birmingham.
Copies over there. Would you like to show?
Oh, we do have some
show
copies over
people?
there.
Yeah, why not?
We can show you one. It's called the Charcoal Pool. Are you all right there?
Yeah, I think so, yes.
Of course.
Charcoal Pool, folks.
Vinyl.
A photograph taken by Nick from his bedroom window back in the day.
Not actually from my bedroom window, no, but I had to go onto the street because we lived kind of around the corner here. But that was our local phone box.
Yeah, yeah.
And this chap in here has obviously come to make an important call.
Absolutely. You didn't stage that then, he was just there.
He was just there, yes. I mean, it looks kind of posed, doesn't it? He looks like he's a private detective or something, up to no good.
Well, that's the great thing
We're all
about
there on that
photos,
as
isn't
well.
it? Photos imply a story and you have to work out what it is.
They do, yes. And, we put out a call to know if anybody identifies that car. Maybe you had an uncle who owned that car.
Yeah.
Didn't get anywhere, did we?
We got
with that?
nowhere at all.
Yeah. And what was it?
The album is about our memories of growing up in Birmingham, and how weird it is to look back through the lens of living somewhere completely different. Because when we first met, I was doing. Nick asked me to do some guest vocals for him for one of his series of covers albums. But you can ask him about that later. It's a good story. And we both discovered that we came from Birmingham, and I said, why don't we write an EP about growing up in Birmingham? And you said, it feels like we're at school.
I do remember saying that, yes. But
I felt really bad then, because it was like I'd set some homework.
that was actually during the writing of the first song that we wrote, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which is that version of Don't You Rock Me Daddy-O. Yes. But, you know,
but
we
set
got
in
through that
Brum.
difficult moment very quickly, and it blossomed from there on.
Yeah, it grew into more than an EP.
So the charcoal pool. Sorry.
Grew into more than an EP, more than an LP.
Yeah. It went from E to L very quickly.
To, you know, a band and being together and stuff.
Yeah,
all that stuff.
God, music's got a lot to answer for, hasn't it?
An awful lot.
Does.
Yes.
It really does.
I suppose it's my turn to sing, isn't it? Oh, let's do this. I am a poor wayfaring stranger, journeying through this world of woe. Man, there's no sickness, toil, or danger in that bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my father. I'm going there no more to roam. I am just going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I know dark clouds will gather on me. I know my way is rough and steep, and beauteous fields lie just before me, where God's redeemed and vigils keep. I'm going there to see my mother. She said she'll meet me when I come. I am just going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I want to wear that crown of glory when I come home in that bright land. I want to shout salvation's story in concert with that blood-washed band. I'm going there to meet my Saviour, to sing his praise forevermore. I am just going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I'm going there to meet my Saviour, to sing his praise forevermore. I am just going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I'm only going over home. I'm only going over home. There you go.
Lovely.
Thank you very much.
That's beautiful.
Thank
That
you.
was really moving. I loved. Were you actually doing throat singing at the start?
Oh, the overtone, yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
respect. I've been trying to do that for a couple of years now. I'm almost there. I do it in the car a lot, and I've had moments where I've got it, and it's really exciting. But what I haven't been able to do yet is sustain it.
Yeah, it you'll if you're just getting it occasionally, it's just finding where those vowel points just twist and turn and where it suddenly comes in. But it's maybe I'm lucky in the shape of my head that I find it relatively easy to find them.
Cavities.
But, yeah.
That sounded amazing, though. That was gorgeous.
And
Thank
a lovely use of the looper as well. That kind of evocation of all those other people wailing and moaning
Yeah,
in the
it's
background.
I'm when I do it really well, I manage to get the loop so it's actually on a 4. So the going there reinforces, but sometimes I don't. So then it gets a bit more chaotic. I quite like it either way, but it's never the same twice because it's all just fiddling about with feedback and punching in.
We have a DIY aesthetic, don't we?
We do, yes.
And in fact, for the album, we had a rule that if we couldn't play a certain instrument, it wasn't going to appear on the album.
Cool.
That's why there's some very odd trumpeting playing on there.
Eccentric trumpet playing. They were the notes I could find.
Exactly, yes. I mean, that's how it works. Like, I can only play these notes. So what can you do with those?
Sing us a song.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
Got any songs?
Well, here's my suggestion, right? We do another one with Dilip, who is the double bass, and then I will move the double bass out of the way so that we can then bring in some different instruments later.
That sounds very sensible.
So, we're quite sensible people, Piers.
Oh yeah, you're musicians.
I
I can't believe you queried that.
think so.
What's
Has
this?
there been evidence to the contrary?
What's Milk Bar about? What's this song about?
Milk bar. Well, the milk bar in question was one that I used to go to as a child. It's only one of the many places referenced in this song. It's just about life in Birmingham in those long ago times when people would actually go to Elmdon Airport for a day out to watch planes taking off and landing. And
What's it have the new name for Elmdon? It used to be called Elmdon in the olden days, didn't it? But now it's. Is it City Airport?
Is it Birmingham International?
Birmingham International. Yeah. Sorry, that's it. Yeah. Or is that the train station?
No, that's called something like Grand Central.
Blimey,
We don't know much about Birmingham. I can tell. Get your duffel coat, we'll see if the milk bar's open on a Wednesday. Walk all the way and then walk back home. There's one new piece of sky where they're taking the pylons down. Who goes there? In fancy dress and uniform, go home, rendezvous at 2 in the observation lounge. We wait and see how the passengers go overseas and out of mind. Give your blood away in pints like the bottled milk on your doorstep. Go to the girls' school to hear this song. Since the night of fire broke out in the vestry at 2 a.m. Who goes there? Who with no one else for company? on hard cross ply and radials. No sound, nothing going over the interchange, you know it's coming, the hush of tires in the dark and all the hours of every day. Distracting us with kittens, would you?
Sorry about that.
Look at the baby.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is Sally.
Name?
This one's Sally Racket.
Sally, you're so cute.
And the black one is Ruben Ranzo, but they were just they were making noises that sound worry like breaking china, but sadly, thankfully, they've not broken china in the kitchen. But they've been hanging about in one of the crockery cupboards and then knocking teapots out of it. So I thought I'd better bring them in here, where they're now going to tread on MIDI pads and keyboards and video switches and fuck about with the broadcasting that way instead. But
Hooray!
yeah.
Just, glad that you had a good reason for walking out during our song. Not once,
Yes.
but twice.
Not once but twice. But don't worry, I'm on a wireless monitor. I heard every word. I was slightly distracted by cats, though, I confess.
You also managed to sneak a reference to Spaghetti Junction into that song. I don't know if you spotted it.
I might have been distracted by kittens. Oh, that I love the
You were totally distracted by kittens in the crockery cupboard.
yeah. Distracted by kittens in the crockery cupboard is kittens in the crockery cupboard is the name of a traditional tune if ever there was one.
Yes.
That's going to be your next album, seriously.
Little sod's trying to get my water jug now, so she's now damp, and my water is furry.
I thought of that.
Yeah, little toe rag.
They've mine.
We've christened the monochrome miscreants at oh God. We can but hope I'll keep them at bay. No, don't pull the light
It's your
over.
turn for a song now, isn't it?
Yeah. He's got himself tangled up in power leads. Oh God, this is asking for trouble. The trouble is, what will happen is if I let him out of here, when Jill arrives back from dialysis, what will then happen is they'll try and run out, and we'll be dealing with fielding kittens trying to escape the house. When ideally I'd rather not be doing that, but so that was gorgeous. I love the even as I wasn't necessarily listening specifically to the words, because kittens, I love the tone of it. I love the tonality of it. It sounded really, and that kind of a lovely wistful feel to it. I really liked it. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you. Wistful is a good word. That's kind of what we intended for the whole album, as a wistfulness, because it's about memory and those parts of yourself that are really precious to you.
Yes.
But they can be quite far away and misty,
Yeah.
wistful. So when you think about them, there's often a mist around, like a metaphorical mist around them, and you don't know whether your recollection of events, you don't know how much of that is softened by time or changed by things that you've experienced in the meantime.
Yeah.
Looking back changes things, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we are kind of unreliable narrators in our own life, aren't we, really? You can't,
Yes, very much.
with something that happened so long ago, you're never quite sure if you're remembering the thing or remembering it. And thus
Or
glossing
remembering
it and
a photograph, remembering a narrative that came from a picture that you're really familiar with seeing of you at age 3 or whatever.
Yes.
And in your head you remember that scene,
yeah.
but you don't know whether you really do remember the scene or you just you've built that memory because you're so familiar with the picture.
Nope.
A
Cats.
kitten!
And I was very kind of unsure whether nostalgia was the right word to describe any of this.
Yes.
Actually, the year that the album came out turned out to be 100 years since the last time nostalgia was cited as the cause of death on a death certificate. So,
Nostalgia was cited as a cause of death. Oh, for heaven's sake, Sally.
So, it's not the kind of soft, rosy thing you might think of it as.
No.
Nostalgia can kill, kids.
Yeah. Remember the algae bit? Hey.
Don't die of nostalgia. Yeah. Well, it's algae's pain, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Can you make any more noise, kittens? What are they going to do next? God. They'll be climbing up my... If I know them, I'll be singing. They'll decide that the best place to be is just climbing up my inner thigh. That's always good.
Look forward to that.
I'm not. I'll be honest here. I'm not looking forward to that bit. That would not be good. I suppose I'd best sing something, though. Hold on a moment. Oh, the rain, it rains all day long. Bold Riley, bold Riley, and them northern winds, they blow so strong. Bold Riley, has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my dear, oh, bold Riley, bold Riley. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my dear, oh, bold Riley, has gone away. Oh, we're outward bound for the Bengal Bay. Bold Riley, bold Riley, get bending, my lads, it's a hell of a way. Bold Riley, has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my dear, oh, bold Riley, bold Riley. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my dear, oh, bold Riley, has gone away. Oh, the anchor's weighed and the sails are all set. Bold Riley, bold Riley, and them Liverpool girls will not forget. Bold Riley, has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my dear, oh, bold Riley, bold Riley. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my dear, oh, bold Riley, has gone away. Oh, cheer up, Mary, don't look glum. Bold Riley, bold Riley, come white stocking day, you'll be drinking rum. Bold Riley, has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my dear, oh, bold Riley, bold Riley. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my dear, oh, bold Riley, has gone away. Oh, the rain, it rains all day long. Bold Riley, bold Riley, and them northern winds, they blow so strong. Bold Riley, has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my dear, oh, bold Riley, bold Riley. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my dear, old radio has gone away. Old radio has gone away. There you go, Bold Riley.
Lovely.
That was beautiful.
I can't hear anything.
Can you hear us now?
Yes, I can.
Hooray!
The cat's pulled out an important power lead.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, where did you learn that? Who did you learn that ballad from?
God, I can't remember. I think it might have been. I think the Oyster Band used to do it. I think. And then
I really loved your version. It was very heartfelt, and it just had a lovely softness to it.
But I've not. Let me think. I've not heard anyone singing it who wasn't me in years. So I might have. I might have messed up. Ow! You little. Not the inner thigh.
This is what we've
no.
been waiting for.
Climbing up my back.
This is why people watch your song swap.
What are you doing, Reuben?
You don't get this with the mainstream media.
You really don't get this in mainstream media. Well, I mean, we did get that chat with his when his toddler came into the room and his wife had to rugby tackle it.
Good, wasn't it? Yeah.
I loved that.
It was brilliant, wasn't it? So human. Don't tread on that. There I am, back in the right place. It's all right, Reuben. We're not laughing at you. We're laughing towards you.
No, with you.
With you, yeah. Right, there's a strange view, but there's a view that will do. I need to go and help Jill in. So if you've got a song you'd like to sing and talk about, that would be great.
We have. This is Frosted Candy, which is... It was the single from the Charcoal Pool, and if you go on YouTube and you put in Frosted Candy, We Are Muffy, you'll see a beautiful video, a stop-motion animation video made by Tom Hill and Brandon's son. And this song is about... it's about being aged maybe 11, 12. It's from my perspective, and discovering the makeup counter in the local chemist. And I would wander up there, and I would just be literally transfixed in front of all this makeup. It was like a magical world for me. It was a glamorous world of adulthood. And what I particularly liked was the names of the colours of the cosmetics, because I found them really poetic. Things like well, Frosted Candy I made up. That wasn't a real one, but there were things like Wild Pearl, which is in the song, Shimmering Raspberry, and all of these things. So that's what this song is about. It's about makeup. And here we go.
Here we go.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Carefully lined upon my table, pots of magic sparkling, colours of the rainbow that befits the daughter of a king. Frosted candy belies a bitter mouth, twilight illusion, a sheen of grace on my confusion. If you look for an explanation, it's really all about my frosted candy mouth. Blue of powdered icicles to revive a disenchanted eye. Blossoms crushed in ivory press of a bloom so thrilling to apply. Frosted candy belies a bitter mouth, twilight illusion, the sheen sheen, grace, and my confusion. If you look for an explanation, it's really all about my frosted candy mouth. Ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba. Dum dum. Frosted candy belies a bitter mouth. Twilight's illusion, a sheen of grace on my confusion. If you look for an explanation, it's really all about my frosted candy mouth. My shimmering raspberry mouth. My wild pearl mouth.
Cat.
There's a little cat.
Piers has been replaced by a cat.
Piers actually has been replaced by a cat. It's official. Oh dear. Uh-oh.
Oh, there it goes.
He's not going to
Tail
be
in the
pleased.
air.
Okay, shall we do another song?
We
Once
could
we
do
wait
another
for Piers to
song,
come
couldn't
back.
we? Should we do good again?
That's a good idea. Where is... Oh.
Right.
Okay, this is the beautiful mountain dulcimer, and this is a feather of, I think probably a crow, maybe a chough, which is the bird of Cornwall, is the chough. But when I go out on my walks, I collect these feathers, and I like to use them as picks for the mountain dulcimer. So, are you ready? So, what do we need to say about this song? It is based on an ancient text, which you might know. It's Mother Julian of Norwich, which Piers actually quoted earlier.
He did. Probably before we were on air, but he did say.
Oh, was it before we were on
I
air?
think so.
Yes, it was.
This is his wish that things would go well
Yes.
during the show.
So, shall we say it in the way that we do when we are toasting?
I think we shall do that, yes.
Go on.
All shall be well.
And all shall be well. And all manner of things shall be well. And this song is called Good Again. And we've changed that slightly to all things and all manner of things shall be good again. And it's just about the way sometimes life restores to you the things that
I'm here.
away.
It's restoring Piers to us,
It's
even as we speak.
The universe is amazing. Piers, the universe restored you, just as we were talking about restoration.
Oh right, my monitor pack decided to turn it off, so I wasn't so I wasn't sure what happened. It was a bit frantic.
We can tell you what happened. A cat actually was sitting in your chair, and it was almost talking into the mic. No joke. It honestly did, that really did happen. You can watch it back.
Fantastic. Oh, I see you're playing an Appalachian dulcimer in the traditional manner with a feather.
In the traditional, I was just explaining to whoever was able to hear, because I don't know who can hear us, but that I collect these when I go out on my walks, and I've got a whole pot full of them.
Oh, fantastic!
Because this part wears down quite quickly.
Yes.
And then you just get a kind of a blurry sound, which isn't very nice.
Yeah.
But I can still use this one, and
you could just use a plectrum.
This song is not. You could do, couldn't you? But you know. So this is on our new album, which we've almost finished, which is called Lost Things Returning, and it's all about that idea of restoration and of about the way often in life the locusts will just eat off decades of your life or years, or just swarms of locusts will just devour your life. But actually life can bring you unexpected gifts to restore what has been destroyed or lost, and that's what our next album is going to be about.
Oh, cool.
Ready?
Yep.
Well, I'm ready. Yes, absolutely.
Things and all manner of things shall be good again. All things and all manner of things shall be good again when you were a child. They burdened you with unbearable weight, a weight so great it was heavy to bear. All things and all manner of things shall be good again. All things and all manner of things shall be good again. When I was a young man, oh, my hair was wrong. I wanted the stars, the moons and stars, and the skies and the mists in my hair. All things, all things, all things and all manner of things shall be good again. All things and all manner of things shall be good again. Shall be good again. Shall be good again.
Lovely.
Thank you very much.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
It's your turn now.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, got to work out a thing to sing. Oh, God. The cats are marauding again. It's what they do.
Uh-oh.
It sounded like a tinkling bell in the distance. I thought they were calling for
pretty
service.
much. Pretty much a cat toy of some description. Dum da dee da dum da dee da dum da dee da dum da dee da dum. Come all you maidens young and fair, all you who are blooming in your pride, always beware and keep your garden fair. Let no man steal away your time. For time, it is a precious thing, and time brings all things to my mind. Time with all its labours, and time with all its joys. Time brings all things to an end. Oh, once I had a bunch of time. It prospered by night and by day. There came a lusty sailor along with all his charms. He stole my bunch of time away. For time, it is a precious thing, and time brings all things to my mind. Time with all its labours, and time with all its joys. Time brings all things to an end. The gardener was standing by. I bid him to choose for me. He chose me the lily, the violet and the pink, but I did refuse all three. For time, it is a precious thing, and time brings all things to my mind. Time with all its labours, and time with all its joys. Time brings all things to an end. 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 Phew, that worked.
Beautiful. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was absolutely lovely.
Thank you. Yeah, that came about as a result of being in a folk festival in Brumyard Festival.
Brumyard, yeah,
And
Brumyard,
we were in a pub and someone was singing that, and someone, almost as a joke, started doing the dum da da dum dum da da da
Beach Boys
dum.
stuff.
And by the end of the person singing the song, the entire pub was giving it big licks on that, and so it was one of the first things I did once I started messing about with this looper. I thought, I can do that. I don't need anybody else. I don't have to cue the audience to do it or anything
a
like
pub
that.
full of people.
Yeah, there aren't many songs I do with it, but it's always nice when I find a new way of accompanying myself. It's a real pleasure. I'm a bit wary of lots and lots of songs you can put a drone to, but I don't particularly want to just have lots and lots of drones. It's like It's like having a Shruti box and using it with every single thing you do. It's nice as a texture and a flavour, but it's not necessarily, you don't want it on everything, do you? Is that, please tell me you don't use a Shruti box on everything you do.
Well, it's funny you should mention the Shruti box, Piers.
But you've noticed we haven't used it on everyone so
It's
far.
ironical, and I'll tell you for why. Is it time for a song?
I don't know. Do you think we should do a Shruti box song?
I think you've asked for it.
I think after that introduction,
Honestly,
it's like I took my cajon to a party, but nobody asked me to play, isn't it? It's great. Even anyone who's ever played a baron is great because there's a con now, and it's even less like than a baran. It's fabulous.
That should honestly be like a compilation album. Like now, I took my cajon to a party and nobody asked me. That should be a series of compilations. That's something for you to explore, Piers. A money spinner, a sideline.
In fact, the Shruti box is not being used as a drone on this song.
Technically, it's not. No, this song is called "The Map and the Light," and all of the songs on the Charcoal Pool have got stories because the whole concept is our memories. So there's a story behind each song, and this one is about dementia, and it's about my grandpa. My grandpa and I had a very, very special bond. We were really closely. We were like best friends. He was my favourite of all grown-ups. And when I was about 9, his dementia got very bad, and he came to live with us for a while. And he would wander off every now and then, and that's what this song is about. One day he wandered off, and my mum and dad, both blamed each other for kind of not keeping an eye on him, and for the fact that he'd wandered off. And now there was just total chaos in the house. But I knew, age 9, or maybe I was even a bit younger, I just had this real certainty in my heart that I would be guided to him because we had this incredible bond. So I thought, if I can just get out of the house, there will be this invisible string between my heart and his, this sort of golden thread that will lead me to him. And sure enough, it did. I slipped out of the house completely unnoticed, because my parents were busy arguing about his disappearance. And I just kind of followed my nose down and he was in the newsagent, and he was just looking at the headlines, and he was quite happy. And I just, in complete silence, I just put my hand out to him, and he took my little hand in his, and we just walked back up home. And it was a really sunny, hot afternoon, and the sun was just beating down on the backs of our heads.
Did you get home before your parents realised you were missing as well?
Yes.
Phew. Oh, God.
It's a happy ending.
Oh, God, I could just imagine the thought as a parent of, oh, Lord. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that would not have been cool. So this is the map and the light. So I hope the Shruti isn't too loud.
You said you'd keep an eye. He wanders, all the intricate coils in his brain have come unwound. He is unraveling, oh, chaos, the fences, partitioning the thoughts in his head, have come undone. He could be anywhere. Oh, take my hand
take your hand and we'll wander home. With the sun at our backs and a smile of silence. Carefully study my hands, you will see they're a map to guide you home.
Oh, carefully study my heart, you will see it's a light to guide you home.
Oh, carefully study my hands, you will see they're a map to guide you home.
Oh, carefully study my heart, you will see it's a light to guide you home.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Gorgeous. Excellent shruti.
Thanks.
So were you opening and closing holes as you were playing that then? Fancy.
How about you sing us a song to get us out the rabbit hole?
Yeah, I've got to think of what song to sing now. I've been I'm seeing all these songs about death. I best sing something other than a song about a death, really. Of course, now I can't think of anything but songs about death. My own love said to me, my mother won't mind, and my father won't slight you for your lack of kind. And she stepped away from me, and this she didn't say. It will not be long, love, till our wedding day. She stepped away from me, she moved through the fair. She won several goldfish and one teddy bear. She made her way homeward with one star awake. It was too dark to see, and she fell in the lake. Last night she came to me, my wet love came round. So sadly she told me Teddy had drowned. she laid her hand on me, and this she did say, it's goldfish and chips for your supper today. It's goldfish and chips for your supper today. Blame Les Barker.
Well done, well done, well done.
Right, I think it is your turn now.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Hills of Cloud.
Hills of
Yeah.
Cloud.
Okay,
Hills
we've
of
got two songs involving an alto harp.
Ooh.
So we'll do. You can introduce this one if you like, whilst I go and get the
Cloud. Yep, sure.
machine in question.
It's another little ditty about life and death. Not just death itself, but life too. I just thought, we should have our own version of this song somehow. It was actually adapted by Mike Herron from a fiddle tune, an American fiddle tune. American fiddler who played this tune that he heard and he turned it into a song. And I thought I'd take the mutation a bit further by changing the tune and the lyrics and the direction of migration in the song, because it's all about going to a heavenly place in the sky. But in the case of Log Cabin Home, it's going away from the sun into the winter, and I wanted to do it the other way around. And we're calling it Hills of Cloud at the moment, but that's not actually its title. Here it doesn't go like that. The old dogs are barking as the birds fly slowly by, on course for some destination mapped out on their inner sky. Some place where the fruit fields blossom early, not so very near. No, soon when the hills of cloud are calling homely in your ear. Take down all the stars and feathers, now the festival is done. The wheels and the drums are rolling on towards the golden sun. If lingering wasps and melting tarmac have no place to be, the floods for the hills of cloud are bound. Come right along with me. Move out of this makeshift dwelling with your things all scattered round. Assemble the lonely hearts and minds left in the lost and found. Before the team captains put the post up on the rugby ground, set foot on the hills of cloud and leave your troubles all alone.
and whistling as well. Oh, love a bit of whistling.
Isn't there? None finer.
Do you like a bit of whistling?
Oh yeah.
People don't always like whistling, do they?
No.
It's not everyone's.
Not everyone's,
Bag.
but you know.
People making music and not seeking permission, I think, is a.
Exactly,
Is it-
people just getting together and making the music that they want to make naturally, and yeah, that's good.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to sing a song a bit about that. There seems to be a rule in, especially folky songwriters. At some point, you have to write a song about how great it is to sing with people. And I could probably fill an album with songs that I know that fit that bill. But this is one of them. Subtle there, wasn't it? Just very subtle. This is by Sai Khan, and I've not yet worked out how to harmonise with myself properly on this because it's got refrains in the middle of the verse. But we'll do what we can. Good friends from whom we soon must part, where are we bound? Your hands and voices lift my heart. Here is my home. Come darkness, come light, where are we bound? Come morning, come night, here is my home. If we for those who work in harmony, where are we bound? Can learn to live in unity, here is my home. Come darkness, come light, where are we bound? Come morning, come night, here is my home. If we can join our voice in song, where are we bound? Our hearts will live when we are gone. Here is my home. Come darkness, come light, where are we bound? Come morning, come night, here is my home. For the spirit that finds music here, where are we bound? Will live forever in the air. Here is my home. Come darkness, come light, where are we bound? Come morning, come night, here is my home. Come darkness, come light, where are we bound? Come morning, come night, here is my home.
Just wow.
Thank you. That's Here Is My Home by Sai Khan.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Thanks. It's a glorious song, isn't it? It's just... Oh.
It really is. Yeah.
That's about as good as I've managed to get those harmonies, I think. But the sound of a room full of people all singing that and all putting the bits in the middle of the verse as well, it's just the most magical thing I know to sing. It's a proper... It's like taking a bath. It's gorgeous. It's like that.
A sound bath.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was really beautiful.
Thank you very much. Brilliant song, as I say. It's yeah. Do you have a song for us?
Cat comparison.
Pardon? We've failed on the cat
So we have
comparison.
a song. What do we like?
We've got time for one more. What?
Yeah.
20th century
We
folk
made a
hymn
little list of
is a must, I would say.
what's a good goodbye song.
It's
Can we do
goodbye,
Wars and Rumours of Wars?
I think so, yeah.
Wars and Rumours of Wars is a rousing song. Rousing. Okay, this is called Wars and Rumours of Wars, and it is about when yeah, it's another childhood memory. A childhood memory and a verse, I think, from the Book of Revelations. Whenever the news came on, it was always very bad news, as it still is today. Nothing's changed, and my mum would say we're living in the last days, wars and rumours of wars. So yeah,
A cheery
a
goodnight song.
cheery goodnight song. Wars and rumours of wars and rumours of wars and rumours of wars. Wars and rumours of wars and rumours of wars. Wars and rumours of wars and rumours of wars and rumours of wars. Wars and rumours of wars and rumours of wars. I miss my healer, I miss my guide. Quiet footfalls by my side, quiet darkness and circling. I miss the clean bones of him. Unexpected as a summer rain, he came and found me, a child in pain. At night we'd wander and dusk we'd play, but he was gone by break of day. Trouble and danger everywhere I see. Wars and rumours of wars and rumours of wars. Pity the mothers with the babes in their arms. These the last of all the days, the last of all the days, the last of all the days. Some muddy footmarks and some fallen leaves. He had a name tag that nobody could read. Someone is crying, where could he be? But he belongs here with me. In just a moment, I felt like old time when he came for me, when he was mine. Scrub clean the footmarks, prepared to overlook. But I pressed the leaves inside my book. Trouble and danger everywhere I see. Wars and rumours of wars and rumours of wars. Pity the mothers with the babes in arms. On these the last of all the days, the last of all the days, last of all the days. Wars and rumors of wars and rumors of wars and rumors of wars. Wars and rumors of wars and rumors of wars. Wars and rumors of wars and rumors of wars and rumors of wars. Wars and rumors of wars and rumors of wars. 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 Wars and rumors of wars.
The end.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Nice drive to it.
Driving.
Words.
To the night.
Words.
Miserable message, driving beat.
Yeah, yeah. I feel I have to sing this now. Let's make it properly depressing. Come, come with me out to the old churchyard. I so well know those paths neath the soft green sward. Friends slumber in there that we want to regard. We will trace out their names in the old churchyard. Mourn not for them, their trials are o'er. Oh, I weep for those who will sleep no more. For sweet is their sleep, though cold and hard. Their pillows may be in the old churchyard. I know that it's vain when friends depart to breathe kind words to a broken heart, and I know that the joy of life is marred when we follow lost friends down to the old churchyard. But were I at rest neath yonder tree, oh, I would ye weep, my friends, for me. I'm so weary, so wayworn, why would you retard the peace I seek in the old churchyard? I rest in the hope that one bright day my children will watch as their grandchildren play, and their joy and their laughter and blithe disregard will echo instead around the old churchyard. I rest in the hope that one bright day my children will watch as their grandchildren play, and their joy and their laughter and blithe disregard will echo instead around the old churchyard.
Wow. That is a fantastic song.
Isn't it just?
Is
Yeah,
it
it's
called, is it called The Old Churchyard?
it's called The Old
I need to
Churchyard.
find
It's
that
it's a sort of country and bluegrass standard as well. Have you got another good night song, as we seem to be, or do you just want to jack it in?
Log Cabin, Home in the Sky?
Oh yeah, I'd like to hear that.
Good, actually did. Okay, let's play that for Piers, because I think that is quite an appropriate good night song.
Yeah.
Of all the songs that we have. Too fast. Still too fast.
country. The winter it has now begun. Now is the time to slip away from the California sun to a place where a man can be free as the wind and wild as a husky's cry. Now winter is nigh, let us fly to my log cabin home in the sky. The snow piling around the door and many a log on the stove, where the chickadees singing their comforting song. I'll show you it's you that I love. Or let the wolves howl, they won't find us here. By a soft oil lamp we will lie. Now winter is nigh, let us fly to my log cabin home in the sky. Now there comes a time to every man when he must turn his back on the crowd. When the glare of the lights gets much too bright and the music plays too loud. When a man must run from the things he has done, recalling those days with a sigh. Now winter is nigh, let us fly to my log cabin home in the sky. Now winter is nigh, let us fly to my log cabin home in the sky.
Yay! What a gorgeous, what a lovely chorus. I was definitely singing along with that. That was grand.
Cool.
Yeah. Where's that from?
That's from the that's by the Incredible String Band.
Oh, right, yes.
Taken, yeah.
Yes, from the Wheat Ham and the Big Huge.
The
Thank
three
you.
of us.
Someone's just chucked £6 in the hat. Thank you very much.
Pixies.
Pardon? We are the Cottingley Pixies.
We
was
are
that?
the Cottingley Pixies.
Yes.
That's three. I mean, we've got to do it, haven't we?
We've got to, haven't we? Yeah, we've got to work out those arrangements. Send me stems, and I'll put vocals on. Yeah, or something. I'm going to sing one last song now because try and stop me.
Go on,
Hey,
go
go
on.
on, go on.
Probably not too deathy.
Just a bit deathy, maybe.
Just a bit. Well, all farewell songs are a bit
Deathy,
deathy, aren't they? You can't dodge it.
Yeah.
This isn't deathy, and it's a good night song. Round goes the wheel of fortune, don't be afraid to ride. And there's a land of milk and honey waits on the other side. And there'll be peace and there'll be plenty, you'll never need to roam. When we go rolling home, when we go rolling home. Rolling home when we go rolling home, when we go rolling, rolling when we go rolling home. The gentry in their fine array do prosper night and morn, whilst we unto the fields must go to plough and sow the corn. And the rich may steal the power, but the glory is our own. When we go rolling home, when we go rolling home. Rolling home when we go rolling home, when we go rolling, rolling. summer of resentment, the winter of despair. The journey to contentment is set with trap and snare. Stand true and stand together, your labour is your own. When we go rolling home, when we go rolling home. Rolling home when we go rolling home, when we go rolling when we go rolling home. The frost is on the hedgerow, the icy winds do blow, whilst we poor weary labourers strive through the sleet and snow. Our hearts fly up to heaven, up where the larks do go, when we go rolling home, when we go rolling home. Rolling home when we go rolling home. Rolling when we go rolling home. So pass the bottle round and let the toast flow free. Here's a health to every labourer, wherever he may be. Fair wages now and ever, let's reap what we have sown. When we go rolling home, when we go rolling home. Rolling home when we go rolling home. Rolling when we go rolling home. Rolling home when we go rolling home. Rolling when we go rolling home. Ha! There you go, rolling home.
Thank you.
You can't beat rolling home.
You really can't, can you?
Cottingley Pixies.
Talking about the Cottingley Pixies.
On acoustic instruments.
Yeah.
You just see someone with a uke going, slicing up eyeballs. Ah, 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 ah.
We got to put this band together.
Oh, we do, yeah.
We do, yeah.
Are you up for it?
Well, I mean, clearly, Angeline's going to be Kim Deal, but with a stand-up bass.
And fairy wings.
Wednesday, Angeline, we are sorting this out with Eliza, because Eliza will definitely want to be in on this.
She will. It's going to be a smash.